Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Hopefully everything is going good. I had to stop at this gas station, this Circle K, to get me some breakfast. I wanted to get something to drink really quick, and I hope everything is going well with you guys. Hopefully you guys had a very good week. The weekend is almost here, so I got some things to do as far as moving stuff into the house, all that good stuff. Man, listen, the FPGA, SuperSEGA FPGA, what can you say about this thing, right? I talked about this a while back, and this whole situation with that was basically I thought it was a scam. I was like, don't put your money into it. We went over the website or whatever the case may be, and they wanted you to put down €3, and they also said that this transaction is subject for additional transactions where all the money for the FPGA could be debited out. And apparently that's probably what happened, because now they took all the money and ran. And there was an interview with Alejandro, I think that's his name, on a podcast. And he's basically saying like all the money's gone. And there was like 134,000 euros or something like that. I can't remember how much it was, but apparently that all the money is gone. And I don't want to be the type to say I told you so, but you just should not put your money in stuff like this. It just looked too shady. It will look very, very, very suspicious. The FPGA didn't look right. Everything about this thing looked like, it was just pieced together by, a hot glue gun, type of mechanism. It was just horrible. And I hope that anybody who can get their money back, get your money back. I think he basically said basically do it through bank chargebacks. And that's probably what you're gonna have to do at this point, because he said no refunds, and people are just out here stuck in the cold, and it's absolutely horrible. And shout out to all the people who said don't do this, and shout out to the people who got scammed too, man, because it's like, it sucks that you guys have to go through that, and hopefully you get your money back in some form or fashion. But always just be mindful when you go through these things. I mean, some things just seem too good to be true. You see all these other FPGAs that are out here that are doing great things, and those guys and girls that are actually working on those projects do great work. I've seen some of the stuff. I actually purchased a few FPGAs that actually work, and they do exactly what they're supposed to do, and it was a good experience actually buying those things. But now we're in a situation where you're going to have some people that are going to try this. I've saw this in the football gaming community when when I was following football games, and the whole thing with Madden, and people don't like Madden too much. They have their gripes, and people saying, hey, they're going to make a new football game. Somebody's going to make a new football game, and some of those games end up being scams, or they end up being, deceiving. Some of them straight out lied and said that the games was going to be on this platform, and it wasn't. So I've been there, done that. So when I see stuff like this, I can see the stuff coming a mile away. Like I can look and tell, like, first and foremost, if I'm putting money down on something, I need to know exactly what I'm putting my money down on, and it has to be a functional type of product. You gotta have, like, or even if it's not a functional product, you gotta have a history of putting out promises and keeping those promises, or have a reputation of having a good rapport with people. This guy who's putting his FPGA out, nobody knew him from a can of beans, and then he turns out and show you a product that looks like it's not even working, and people just put their money down for it. And then on top of that, when you put your money down, you see the disclaimer that's saying that there's a situation where we could take all the money that's needed for this project out of your account. So by you putting down the €3, we could take all of the money out. That's a red flag. That right there, I would never let anyone have access to a bank account like that, or a debit account like that, or any type of money account where they could just take money out at any time. And now he's saying that there's no money left, the money's gone, there's no refunds, do a chargeback through your bank. It's horrible. It's horrible. Y'all be careful out there. Be mindful out there of what's going on, man. It's rough out here. It's really rough out here. The economy, especially here in the U.S., because I think he's from Spain. He may not have to deal with what we deal with. But over here in the U.S., man, money's tight. You know, money is tight. You know, the economy is not the best. Even with the new president, you know, it's still bad out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, people got it. That's why, you know, you see me make these videos, and I love doing YouTube or whatever the case may be, but I'm on this truck trying to make ends meet, you know? Well, not necessarily making ends meet, but, you know, just making some money. You know, I'm not, you know, super duper poor while I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but, you know, I gotta be out here. You know what I mean? You know, it's real out here. So the last thing you want to do is put your money into something where you're not getting any value in return. You know, this is why I always say, you know, be, you know, mindful of what you do, be in the right frame of mind and good spirits to be prosperous, because this thing that we do far as gaming is a hobby. You know, it really is. Some people look at it as a job, and some people it is a job. But for me, it's a hobby. This is what I'm doing right now. We're in the seatbelt. This is my real job, and I love traveling. I love driving trucks. I love doing all that. But I take my hobby near and dear to me, because that's what keeps me balanced. When all this stuff going on, all the road rage in the world, people think this truck can go, 200 miles an hour on the interstate, and they think I can maneuver like a regular car. It's not that easy. So when I deal with all that stress, when people think that you can just maneuver around them when they're speed demons, I want to go home and be able to unwind and relax. And one of the best ways to do it is through gaming. And the last thing I need is somebody trying to scam people on one of my, if not my favorite hobby of all time. So that's why at the end of the day, this is why I do this stuff, to keep people informed, have fun, you know, do live streams and enjoy ourselves, because at the end of the day, you got to have some leisure time. You can't be uptight chasing the money all the time. You got to unwind. You know, you can't take all this stuff with you anyway, so enjoy, you know, the time that you have. But at the same time, you don't want to be in a situation where you're getting scammed by somebody who want to drive a Lamborghini or make music videos or do all this other foolishness while you're sitting there losing money out of your account because you think you're getting a product that really, to be honest, and I don't want to say this in a demeaning way, and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but really, if you really want to play retro games, you know, you don't have to go this route with the FPGAs, honestly. They're great devices, and I said, go support the ones who do the great work, and you are interested in it, do it. You know, but at the end of the day, these are just other options to use, because there are ways that you can play these old titles in various ways where it doesn't cost as much, you know, as what some of these companies are, you know, putting out there. But the fact that they're willing to put that product out and do a great service, you know, it is worth putting the money into in most cases. You know, there's a lot of FPGAs that are out there that these companies are making damn good consoles. And the last thing you need is something like this come around. You know, support the ones who do it the right way. Support the ones who are giving you a great product, and the ones who are scamming you, call them out every time. And that's what I'm here for. I want to call it out every time I see it. But that's not the focus of everything I do. I want everybody to enjoy themselves and have a great gaming experience wherever you're gaming on. At the end of the day, that's the most important part. But I'm going to get up out of here. I can ramble all day about this. This is crazy. I got to get back on the road. I just wanted to make this quick video, let you guys know what's going on with that. Yes, the FPGA, SuperSEGA FPGA, all the money is apparently gone. And it seemed like it was a big scam the whole time. It's kind of crazy. 134,000 euros, I think that's what it is. It's down the drain. It's in somebody's pocket. And they're living the lifestyle while we're still trying to figure out where we're going to play these games at. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.